Hi, this is Miss Sandra. I mentioned sharing your artwork, so I thought I'd show you how to make an envelope in case you want to mail your doodles to someone you care about. It's a little tricky and it might take some practice. You're going to need a ruler, a pencil, scissors, glue, and a big piece of paper. I'm using printer paper, but something bigger like construction paper or a newspaper would be great. And magazine pages might look a lot more fun too. First, you're going to put your card in the middle of the piece of paper. You don't want it straight against the edges like that or like that. You want to put it kind of at a diagonal like that, so you have the most room possible around the corners. And then you want to trace it lightly with your pencil. It doesn't look like pencil's showing up real well, so I'm going to do this with a marker. But at home, you definitely want to do this with a pencil. So that's the outline of my card. And since you want to make the envelope a little bit bigger so you can fit your card inside, I'm going to do another rectangle just a little bit bigger around the edges. Now, if you're working with pencil, you can erase that inside rectangle. You're not going to need it anymore. The next thing we want to do, though, is find the center. So to do that, I'm going to trace and make lines. Ruler really helps with this. You're going to make lines from corner to corner. And X marks the spot. You have your center. Now what you're going to do is measure how far it is from the center to the top. This is about 2.5. I want to add about a 1/2 inch to that. So I'm going to mark 3 inches above the top, right up here. And now that you've got that top part marked, you're going to draw a line from there to the corners of your rectangle. So now you have one triangle-shaped flat. I'm going to do the same thing for the bottom and for the sides. Now don't worry if you don't have quite enough room. Usually if the top or the bottom are a little small, the sides will be big enough to bounce it out, or the other way around. So you'll probably be okay. Now what you want to do is do long, thin, curved lines on either side of the top flap and the bottom flap. Now, if you've looked at an envelope, you can see that they're kind of curved. So one of them meet at the point. If you run out of space, just do the closest you can. If you're using bigger paper and have plenty of room, you can use a ruler and measure. You want these about 1/4 of an inch wide if you're able. And again, remind you want to do all of this out of something you can erase. You can get rid of the extra lines afterwards. But for now, we are ready to cut along the outside lines. Once you're cut, you want to fold along the outside line of your rectangle. I do the sides first. And then what's going to be your bottom. So you can see the bottom flap does cover these guys. So even though it's a little tight, it'll be fine. Now you're going to glue this up to these. Press down the glue, give it a minute to dry, fold your top down, and you have an envelope. So you're ready to go. Write a note, make a card, put it inside, close it with more glue or a fun sticker, and send it to a friend. Also, you can doodle on the outside of envelopes as well. Just make sure that the address is really clear to help the postman, okay? Have fun!